How we doing? I was going to start this the way I start all my videos really, and start telling you what I've been up to, but it's been a really shit weekend mentally. So I thought, yes, we've been busy there, yes, we took on a new client, yes, I've done back-to-back meetings and I've set my teams up and all that stuff, and that's really good, but it's been a really shit weekend mentally. So mentally I've really struggled this weekend. I don't know whether that's, I don't know what it is. Something's missing and I can't put my finger on it. Now, is it burnout? An incredible busy couple of months. Is it burnout? Is it, I don't know, but I've blown up a couple of times this week with the people that I closest to. I've blown up and shouted, and well, not shouted, I don't really shout. I've been snappy then. I don't shout. I'm not a shouter anymore. We dealt with those demons. But I've been really snappy with people, aggravated. Now my back's played up, so I've really issued my back. So I know that's part of it. Because when my back plays up, then I really struggle to focus on everything else. Because when my back's playing up, it really hinders what I do. So that is one of the reasons, I suppose. But yeah, it's a tough one because it's been really dark and I've really struggled to shift, get my head out of it, get my head up my arse, and I've really struggled this weekend, and I don't know, I can't explain why it is, and that's probably the scariest part for me, is I still have sometimes these dark days that really affect my mental health and the way I am, and then I struggle to shift out of them, and then it affects the people around me, and I hate that, because I hate for people to think that they can't talk to me or approach me because I'm in one of these trans sort of states thing. And you know what I mean, this isn't one of the reasons I keep myself so busy, because when I'm not busy my mind goes and I think. But yeah, it's been a tough weekend. I've had some good times with the family all weekend. We went to see a good animal show yesterday. But yeah, just, do you know when you just don't want to talk to anybody or see anybody or do anything, and maybe if you could stay in bed all day you probably would, and the littlest things irritate you, and yeah, it's been really tough. I feel better today. I do feel a bit better today, so my head's a bit more with it today, and I've really got around stuff, and I got up and out, and you know, work obviously keeps me going anyway. I'm not saying the family doesn't, but yeah, it's just been like a grey cloud all weekend, and nothing has excited me, and everything seems difficult, and like it's that dread of everything in my family, immediate and non-immediate, relies on me, and it's tough sometimes to have all that burden all on you, like, and then when you do have a shitty day, there's nothing really you can do about it. You just got to get on with it, and the people around you don't really understand. They get, you know, they sort of just expect you to be Mr. Positivity and Mr. Sort it all out 24/7, 7 days a week. And look, I wear that mantra with pride, because I am the head of my family, and I am the one that everybody goes to, and I will do what I can to sort things out. But sometimes you just need to get away, right? You just need a day or two to, and my work, my job and everything is 7 days a week. You have clients rely on me 7 days a week. I have businesses rely on me 7 days a week, and as a leader sometimes it's tough, because you want sometimes just to step away, and other times you just can't, can you? So anybody else have days like that, feel like that, give me a shout, let me know. So busy morning so far on Tuesday. So first meeting was at a construction client. I'm going to check on the team. They're a bit slower than we need them to be. So I went to check up on the construction manager and the area supervisor. And while I was there, I had a bit of a chat with the boys that are doing the job, just to tell them, look, you need to be quicker. You know, you're not quick enough, you're not doing as quick as we wanted to do, so I need to be quicker. So that was that. Then stopped off to do my marketing meeting. The facilities company to sign off some marketing stuff. So that's been done now. Marketing for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks is done. I know we try and do 3 months in advance, but we are pivoting quite a bit at the moment with the new company and everything else. So it's been quite a busy one there. Now on my way to see some coaching clients, one-to-one coaching clients. On my way to see them now, and they get me once a week, to be fair, and I'm normally there on a Thursday, but I'm going on a Tuesday this week because I'm up in Mid Wales and Midlands on Thursday, just sorting some stuff out. So with a new company, so I'm going to do some sales, finance reviews there, and just some business development to see how we take the next level, next steps going forward. So that's the plan. And I'll catch up with you and I'll give you an update on the school saga. Morning. I will give you an update on the week later. I'm just giving you a quick, just about to go for my next tattoo. Got a bit of a bug for it now. I had my divorce name on my arm last month, and this month I'm going to have money and duck tails on my leg. So I don't know how this one's going to go, because I've never had a tattoo on my leg before, so it's probably going to hurt, but I'll give you some updates on it. But yeah, duck tails one of my favourites. Money, hustle, respect. That's what part of who I am. So yeah, just gonna make some money. And the TCB from Elvis means taking care of business, baby. On my hat, see. Let's go. So part of the Entrepreneur Mastermind is it's a 12-month journey, 12-month commitment. You have to really commit to this, otherwise it won't work. What we cover in that 12-month, not necessarily in this particular order, but we'll cover sales, marketing, your structure, your people. We'll talk about your leadership as an entrepreneur, as an owner. We'll talk about finance. Do you know your numbers? Have you got a P&L? Who's telling you those numbers, okay? Your data. We'll talk about time management. We'll talk about change management, because change management, people struggle with change. You used to having 5 staff, now you've got 50, it's difficult, okay? We talk about operations, and we talk about strategy, and we talk about your exit, and that doesn't mean that you're gonna sell the business. What I'm saying is your exit is from being in the business to on the business. That's the first stage of exit. That's 12 months. That's a session a month plus business coaching with me, and it's guaranteed to increase your revenue and get you back your time. Morning. Well, sorry if the episode's not that long this week actually, but filming's been difficult, but there's some videos and there'll be some pictures and stuff that you'll see. It's been a really busy week actually this week, and we're in a really good position from a business point of view. The new company acquisition has now come on board, and we've met the management team there, and we've got plans in place while we move forward and everything else. So yeah, it's in a really good position from that end. Went up there on Wednesday, up to Mid Wales, met the management team, went and seen some clients, and yeah, signed up some new contracts, which was really good. So that was a busy day, being the COO of the facilities company, which is Samantha Howell. Spent the day together, and the great thing is when you're in the car, you're doing some driving, and we drove up, which took us a couple of hours. It gave us a good time to actually talk, no interruptions, and just realise what's working and what's not working and what we need to change. So yeah, it's been a really good day on Wednesday. Oh sorry, Thursday. It wasn't Wednesday, it was Thursday. Wednesday, what did I do Wednesday? Oh yeah, Wednesday I had some client meetings, and then client meetings. Then I had a bit of a session with Gail Weber from Active Health on some health stuff. So she checks for like sugar intolerance, gluten intolerance, that sort of stuff. And I got another session with her this week, which is quite good actually, because I'm on a bit of a health kit now. As you know, I haven't drunk since the beginning of March, so we're now nearly 7 weeks in, and it's not because I talk like I was an alcoholic. I wasn't alcoholic, but when I did drink, I drank a lot. So what I've tried to do is I don't need it. And I've been out a couple of times and socialised, been to some awards parties, been to some dinners and stuff with clients, and I just drink water. Or if I want something very exciting, I'll drink a Coke. But yeah, so I did that on Wednesday, and then I met my CEO of the gym's company, or the MD of the gym's company, and I met my PA on Wednesday before they flew to FIBO. I was meant to be at FIBO this year speaking, but with the acquisition of the two companies, it hasn't quite gone that way. So yeah, they've gone out instead, represented the company, and done what they need to do. And I'll speak at the event next year, which I've agreed to them with. And I am doing a lot more speaking events now as well. So, and then yesterday I had my new tattoo, which some people won't get it, but the reason I've got it is because I was a huge fan of DuckTales as a kid. So I got it for that, and then it's got hustle and respect and everything else in it. It's on my calf. It was the most painful tattoo I've ever had, but I really like it now. So it's really good. So I'll yeah, I've had that done yesterday, and then it's been a hell of a busy week this week. Trying to keep on top of everything, and the weather hasn't been great today. It's quite nice weather in Wales. I go back to Spain in 10 days, which I can't wait for, because Spain is like my second home, as you know. It's actually my home. So go back there in 10 days. But we're in a brilliant position. Yeah, so a lot of client one-to-ones this week. I'm up to about 20 one-to-one clients now that I coach one-to-one. I do a lot of businesses. Obviously, I run my own businesses, but I do a lot of business coaching. But I've got 20 one-to-one clients that I'm coaching at the moment, and it's going really well. I'm really enjoying it, along with the public speaking. So it's a really busy time at the moment for us. The only other thing is I've struggled a little bit with faith. Do you know what I mean? So, well, you don't know my story. Back in my early teens, I had a bit of a shitty upbringing, and gone into drugs, got into some bad stuff, and then I met a girl who introduced me to a church, which changed my life. I got off the drugs, I stopped doing some stupid stuff, and to be fair, it really changed the way I live. But then obviously some stuff happened, losing people and what have you, and I lost my faith. Now, I believe in faith more than I probably believe in God. So I have a faith there, and I believe that everything happens for a reason, and everything makes you stronger, and there's a plan. Your life is already planned out before you even know what's going on there, right? So you just have to be the one that... It's like a computer game, so the game is planned out. You just got to complete the levels, and that's what life is like. But I've really struggled over the last couple of years, especially the last 6 months, with faith. And I'm trying to work out where and what and how my faith works. As a person, you know, I've been dead against religion, so then I'm struggling with that because I've always been vocal about religion. It's not real, blah blah blah, but deep down I've never really believed that. I was just fighting back because all the stuff I was told in the beginning about God and about faith didn't really work out, because I lost some very dear people to me, you know, when very young, and I was told it was God's will, and that doesn't work for me. But now I'm like, there's something missing in my life. I've got a beautiful family, got very successful businesses, I love my jobs, I love what I do, I love my life, but there's still something missing, and I think that thing missing is faith. And I'm trying to reconnect with that. So I reconnected with that same girl that saved me before, and asked her to give me some advice and what have you on churches, on faith, on move, and what have you. But yeah, anybody else out there struggling with their faith, struggling to know whether what's real, what's not, and you know, I'm dead against certain religions. There's certain religions I'm just dead against. I'm not going to tell them right now because can't be asked the backlash, but you know, Christian faith, there's that many of them. There's the other issue, evangelical, Catholic, Pentecostal, baptism, and you ultimately all the same God, but the faith is, you know, slightly taught differently. So yeah, anybody else out there have that? And I'll let you know how that goes, because I'm planning to go to church this weekend. See if I can reconnect with something, see if something hits me out of me and where that goes. So keep posted, really. That's been the week. Podcast guest coming very soon. Going to see the new podcast studio hopefully next week, and then we can find out how it's going to go then. So as a business, whether you're small, medium or large, every week you should track your leads, where they come from, what's working, what's not working. You should track your sales, your conversion rate, and what that looks like from lead to sale. So what's your conversion rate? And then obviously also go back and track your marketing and see what is working, what is out there. Those three fundamentals are key. If you're going to do those three things, then what you need to is have a metrics or CRM system in place, so you're not always looking through dead data. You are looking exactly pinpointing where those things are, knowing how to do it and how to pivot. Now at my company, we do that daily. We have daily sales meets where we track it, but the minimum any business should do is track that weekly. When you're talking to someone and they say no, I say if they say no 3 times verbally, then you take it as a no, but follow up 7 to 11 times, easily. How many of you follow up more than twice? More than 3 times? Because we switch off and go, they're not interested, they ignore me. Sometimes they're just busy. Sometimes their email, I have it sometimes, the email will sit in my inbox and I won't read it until I got time to respond to it. Or I need that next week, so I'll do that next week. So you have to think about, but if you're not tracking it, you don't know who it is. So the first thing you want to do when you leave here today is you need to get everybody you spoke to in the last 6 months on an Excel spreadsheet, and the comment just needs to be name of the person, what we discussed, and then follow up 1 to 10. And every time you follow up, just put a note in there.